She gonna be my co-conspirator here on this video. Alright, let's get this jump started. It's Wednesday. Alright, I'm joking. You know I don't talk like that. That's a complete joke. Here we go. Good day, YouTube. JD here on this Wednesday, April 12th, 2017. Today's topic is meme magic. Today's question comes from Anonymous. The question reads, similar related to your recent topic of cyberbullying in the magical community, I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts and so-called meme magic, described by the Knowyourmemes as a slang term used to describe a hypothetical power or sorcery in voodoo supposedly derived from certain internet memes that can transcend the realm of cyberspace and result in real-life consequences. And then they provide some links, and you go to the links, and it talks about a type of character that was built up with a certain sigil, like it may have come from Norse background. The rest of the question continues. While many of the people involved seem to know some occult terminology, that is sigil, egregore, etc., I don't think most of them believe that there's actually anything magical, supernatural about what they're doing. For the most part, they're probably either indulging in dark humor or venting their fears and anxieties, or using magical language and models to describe marketing and social manipulation. My question is, where does this leave you as people who, under one definition or another, do believe in magic and may even use some of the same methods and models as them? Do you think that what they're doing could work? Do you think it might be working even if most of them don't think it is? One thing that I find is that this whole magical meme thing, it does play with something that I've talked about many times here on the Pagan Perspective, where you can create thought forms, and they pull a perfect word out of there. They say egregore. That is a type of thought form. Thought forms can be wonderful helpers. They can help you. They can be some of the most amazing beings that you'll ever know. They can go on, they can learn, they can do things on the astral realm and help you quite a bit. I've never made a negative thought form. I don't want to. But the idea is that if you create a negative thought form, you can, in some ways, wish harm upon someone. One of the main things that is part of a thought form is your will and how you program it. Now, going through these two links, I didn't see anything too hyperly negative. In fact, it felt very fluffy, very silly to me. There's one where it talked about turning the entire world into a frozen ball of ice. Even if 1,000 shamans, Wiccans, pagans, what have you, whoever practices magic, even if 1,000 of them all decided to create one giant thought form that could freeze the world in one ball of ice, I don't think they'll be able to do it, because it needs a tremendous amount of energy to actually be able to do that. So, just like here in this realm, there's energy involved in all this. Even me speaking to you, I'm burning up energy of food I ate earlier in the day. These lights that you see, they run all energy. So even in a metaphysical or occult type of background, you're going to need energy to accomplish tasks. That being said, thought forms need energy. There's no way you're going to get enough energy to freeze the entire world into a ball of ice. Okay, so that kind of part is a bit silly to me. But could you create a thought form that can kind of cause somebody bad luck? It's possible. There's this idea of electricity finding the quickest path or quickest route to its destination. Magic works the same way. It will find the quickest path to its destination. So if you create a negative thought form in order to harm somebody, it's going to try to do it in the most efficient and quickest way possible. They are that intelligent. They are that smart. They're like people when you create them. I say all this to say that yes, it is a bit silly. I believe in it. I believe in thought forms. I have many of them. And like I say, they're some of the most amazing thought forms I've ever seen. Very, very proud of all of them. This ice one, I'm going to see if I can put the link down here so you can see it. This ice one is very interesting. It seems more fluffy and silly than anything malicious. But like I say, be very, very careful with the malicious ones, because they can cause bad luck. They can even cause harm. program them to do. A good example of some of this stuff, which I find very interesting, is in the cartoon show or anime show Naruto. If you really take a look at that show with a occult eye, you will see all kinds of magic in and out of the DNA of that show. And in that show, they do touch on summoning animals and summoning things. And in a certain way, those things can be thought forms that became real in their reality. Anyway, food for thought. If you're a Naruto fan, go ahead, look through it with a critical occult eye. You'll be surprised how much things are in there. I mean, sigils. This question talks about sigils. Sigils are all throughout Naruto. Anyway, I think that just about does it for this question. It's a very wild question. One of the most stranger ones, to be honest. Definitely thank you for the question. I am very, very happy to dive into anything, especially if it deals with thought forms. The next question next week is going to be something quite interesting, so I can't wait to dive into that one. That one's almost a bit taboo, actually, when it comes down to it. So look forward to the next question. Stay tuned. I'll see you here on the Pagan Perspective next week on Wednesday. Thanks again, and blessed be.